How is it going, guys? This episode features 3 awesome Jefferson nickels from our collection. Quick reminder, if you're first time on our channel, you can make us happy by pressing the subscribe button down below. So let's start with 1954 5 cent, bearing no mint mark. The absence of mint mark means it was struck by Philadelphia Mint. Struck on a copper nickel blank, it weighs 5 grams, has diameter of 21.2 millis. Edge is smooth and is 1.75 mm thick. Coin is in very good condition, can be graded as VG10 by Sheldon scale. Obverse side features portrait of Thomas Jefferson, 3rd President of the United States, facing left, lettering "In God We Trust" on the left, Liberty, and the date on the right. As you can see, considerable wear has flattened the most elements of device. However, letterings are readable. Too many carbon flakes scattered around the device, reminding a person suffering from measles. Signs of heavy oxidation also evident on the fields, especially around the rim. Some obvious wear on UST of lettering "Trust." When we turn it over, condition gets much worse. Most device elements, including the most vivid element of Jefferson residence, the columns, are flattened. Heavy fading around Monticello, also under the northern rim. And lower half of United and ST in states are worn off. Price of this particular coin is not more than its face value. However, those at mint states are rather expensive. According to PCJ's price guide, price for each grade is as shown on the screen. Auction record was set in 2002. That's MS66 graded. 1954 nickel ended up selling for $8,813 at Stacks & Bowers. Jumping 2 decades forward, 1970 Jefferson nickels, one bearing mint mark D and the other S. D stands for Denver, S for San Francisco Mint. The one on the left is at about uncirculated condition. Had a very few contact marks. Letterings are stark, only slight wear in FS inscription under Jefferson head. Tiny green-gray patina between I and N in the lettering "In God We Trust." Obverse exhibit slightly marked lustrous surfaces. Overall, eye appeal is outstanding. The other one from San Francisco Mint also exhibits well-detailed obverse design, except numerous contact marks, overall in extremely fine condition. About uncirculated nickels from 1970 are sold for $3 to $6 on eBay. Those at Mint State 66 are valued at $70 for San Francisco minted and $55 for Denver minted ones. Today we have another awesome American coin sold for an incredible sum last year. Quick reminder, if you're first time on our channel, you can make us happy by pressing the subscribe button down below. So here is 1944 half dollar, graded at Mint State 68 by CAC, Certified Acceptance Corporation. It's the only MS68 approved by agency. This coin was in standard circulation between 1960 and 1947. Struck on a silver planchet, weighs 12.5 grams, has diameter of 30.6 millis. On the obverse, Liberty walking to the left, date below, lettering Liberty and "In God We Trust." Reverse side features eagle with wings spread, value below. Coin has reeded edge with no lettering. Subtle pale gold and powder blue highlights accent the overall pearly and brilliant surfaces of this amazing example. The surfaces are blanketed in satin luster that remains as bright, fresh and smooth as the day the coin emerged from the dies. By 1944, the United States economy was well into boom of the Second World War, and the mints were busy churning out millions of new coins for use in commerce. The Philadelphia Mint struck more than 28 million half dollars that year, and survivors have always been plentiful up through MS66. However, this focus on quantity created compromises in quality, and many 1944 half dollars show inconsistent strike and weak luster. This exquisite rarity ended up selling for $84,000 at June session of Stacks & Bowers in 2021. That's all for now. Remember, if you have 1944 half dollar in a mint state or What's up guys, this episode will cover rare US coins sold recently at heritage auctions. Here is 1955 Lincoln penny or 1 cent with double die obverse. This was struck select key date cent, is virtually free from contact. Olive green, rose red and brown shades encompass lustrous surfaces. The left obverse field exhibits moderate carbon. At the top of Lincoln's coat displays a thin layer of green residue. Doubling can be seen with naked eye on date, liberty, and in God we trust. This gem ended up selling for $2,880 on January 13, 2022 at heritage auctions. Next comes 1967 25 cents graded at state of SP69 Cameo by PCGS, also dubbed as SMS cent, meaning special mint set. 1967 SMS Washington quarters are plentiful in grades through SP67 but scarce in SP68. PCGS reports only 5 pieces in SP69, including 3 designated Cameo. This piece is tied for the finest 1967 SMS quarter at PCGS, an essentially acquisition for advanced registry collector. Sharp, softly frosted devices complement glimmering mirrored fields, and the preservation is incredible. This brilliant specimen went under hammer for $3,120 on January 13, 2022. Moving along to 1934 D Lincoln penny. It has an amazing eye appeal. Satiny pumpkin orange luster shows no carbon spotting, and both sides are virtually pristine. Well-struck details add to the appeal of the registry coin. This Denver issue is scarce in MS67 red and rare in this grade with a plus designation. This bad boy ended up selling for $3,000 on January 13, 2022. Here is 1921 Buffalo nickel graded at mint stage 67 by PCGS. A spectacular super gem representative from substantial mintage of 10.6 million pieces. This coin exhibits sharply detailed design elements throughout. The impeccable preserved surfaces radiate satiny mint luster under subtle shades of ice blue and pale gold toning. Eye appeal is terrific. It was sold on January 13, 2022 for $3,120. This is 1928 D Mercury dime with full bands. Many who are just starting collect Mercury dimes may wonder what the term full band means. The bands on a Mercury dime are found within the face's design element, serving as the main reverse device that resembles a bundle of sticks and X wrapped within vines of olive leaves. Binding all these elements together are the bands, which are shown as 3 sets of twin belts. The full band designation is granted to Mercury dimes, in which central set of bands shows a complete split in the middle. Returning to our piece, a crescent of gold and blue toning follows the left obverse border of the sharply defined D dime that exhibits frosty silver luster. Otherwise, both sides are brilliant and untoned. The 1928 D, when sharply struck with full bands, is elusive in higher grades. This beauty was sold on January 13, 2022 for $2,880. That's all for now. If you have any rare coin in your collection, you can always post it for sale on our online coin trading platform, thecoiners.com. Take care.
Okay, 17,000. The internet bidder. Lot 576. 75,000, 80,000, go 85. It's 80,000 out of it, 85 here. Where's Mother 80?
Today we have rare Lincoln penny recently sold at heritage auctions for incredible amount of money. Few coins evoke childlike wonder like the 1909's VDB. For collectors who started out in this hobby, filling spaces in Whitman albums or some such holders, the 1909's VDB always represented the pinnacle of achievement. The California branch meet famously struck 484,000 coins bearing Victor David Brenner's, the designer's new portrait of Lincoln, in August 1909. Commentators quickly chided the sculptor for prominently featuring his initials along the lower reverse border. In response, a Mint modified design, eliminating the offending letters. The issue's mintage stands out as the lowest in the century-old series. The 1909's VDB is without question the perfect case of demand vastly outspacing supply. Coins can be acquired for a price in MS65 red and become scarce in premium gem condition. But MS67 red is where the 1909's VDB cent becomes a true rarity. PCGS has seen merely 15 such submissions, while NGC records just 2 coins in the same grade. The verse displays light pumpkin gold color with glints of sky blue, while the reverse is more richly toned in shades of copper orange and lilac. These magnificent hues combine with vibrant mint frost to generate unsurpassed eye appeal. Surface preservation is exquisite, and the impression initials included is pinpoint sharp. This true gem was sold for $108,000 on January 14, 2022 at Heritage Auctions. How is it going? The coin I'm holding is 1993 Lincoln penny with mint mark D from COİN's collection. Has a brilliant eye appeal. This memorial reverse 1 cent was in standard circulation until 2008. Struck on a copper-plated zinc planchet, it weighs 2.5 grams, has diameter of 90 millis. The verse side features a portrait in the right profile of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Motto "In God We Trust" above the device, Liberty on the left, and date on the right, with mint mark D standing for Denver Mint. And in exergue initials of Victor David Brenner, the original designer of the verse side. All letterings and device elements are fully struck, nowhere noted. Surface showcasing rose and lilac hues throughout blonde gold surface. What fades the total luster is a little patina to the west edge near the I letter in God We Trust. Also, some deep contact marks are seen on President's suit. Coin has a plain edge. On the reverse, Lincoln Memorial is surrounded with the face value in full, the lettering United States of America, and the motto Il Pluribus Unum. All design elements sharply detailed, no slightest sign of wear on higher points, even tiny memorial steps are full. Again, grey-blue hint on northwestern edge, above D in United and T of State. Overall has charming eye appeal. According to PCGS price guide, 1993 D Lincoln pennies, at choice extremely fine or about uncirculated condition, are valued at not more than $3. Uncirculated one, for instance at mint state of 68, can be sold for almost $300. Auction record was set in 2010, thus MS69 graded specimen ended up selling for $4,600 at Bowers in Marina. So do you have 1993 D 1 cent in your collection? How good is its appearance? If it's at higher mint state, you can sell it for a good sum of money. In this episode, we will showcase another rare Jefferson nickel or 5 cent from Uncle Sam. Before that, I'll highly recommend you to subscribe to our channel to get the latest numismatic news from different auctions and learn the real price of the coins you own. Here is 1961 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark. Standard circulation coin United States. Variety of this coin with this observed design was struck until 2003. It's made of 75% copper, 25% nickel. Weight is 5 grams, diameter 21.2 millis. On the reverse, the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the 3rd President of the United States from 1801 to 1809, facing left. Motto "In God We Trust" on the left. Liberty and the date on the right. As you see, mint mark is missing, which means it was struck by Philadelphia Mint. Obverse side is in pretty fine condition. Letterings are stark and bold, show no wear, which cannot be told about the device elements. Significant wear evident on hair. COİN lost its mirror fields long time ago, numerous hairlines on device and fields. Also dark green grayish patina piled to the inner edge of a rim and on the borderlines of fields and device. So why green, you can ask? Copper naturally turns green over time as it reacts with oxygen in the air, a chemical reaction generally known as oxidation. Carbon flecks can be seen around the date as well. On the reverse, e pluribus unum, which means one out of many, above Monticello, Thomas Jefferson's Virginia residence on the center, letterings Monticello 5 cents, and the United States of America below. These varieties of Jefferson nickels come with 5 full steps on Monticello. Unfortunately, we can see none in this specimen. Massive wear on device, only 4 columns can be distinguished. Signs of oxidation also evident on the fields of reverse. But letterings are cut and clear. These particular pieces can be graded at state of VF20, that's very fine. General Stike 1961 nickels at average condition are sold for $2 to $10 on eBay. According to PCGS price guide, uncirculated ones, for instance at Minstate 62, are valued at $450. Price of those between 62 and 64 plus range between $500 $1,850. The top grade, that's MS67 plus with full steps at Monticello, is valued at $35,000, believe it or not.
7128, this is lot 650. Ma'am.
Today we present you 1971S Eisenhower dollar prototype at Minstate 67. This prototype is one of the rarest of all silver dollars, struck since 1794, and it has been poetically described as the birth certificate of America's last silver dollar. Only 3 prototypes in total are known since being struck 50 years ago. 2 of the 3 originate from this prototype's die pair, with the third struck from a different obverse prototype die. It's also one of the 3 earliest known of all Eisenhower dollars, and bears prototype design featuring an unfinished moon. This surreal prototype survived essentially as struck and is now housed in a PCGS rarities holder graded SP67 and labeled Discovery Coin. It has stunningly beautiful and almost metallic high relief appearance with some doubling evident on the motto and the date. The letters in Liberty have lighter serifs than the lettering on the 1971S 40% silver proofs. The design elements are sharply detailed in most areas with just touch of softness evident on the moon and eagle's breast due to the design's high relief. The rims are perfect and square and the device richly frosted. Strong proof-like reflectivity is evident in the fields, and many die polishing lines show on both sides. The virtually flawless surfaces add to the terrific eye appeal. A small depression near the eagle's tail may be a result of Mint personal testing the planchet hardness. So this magnificent piece went under hammer for $264,000 on January 14, 2022. Today I'm gonna show you 1975 Jefferson nickel from COİN's collection. It bears no mint mark, struck on a copper nickel blank. It weighs 5 grams. Has diameter of 21.2 millis. Comes with smooth edge. On the reverse side, the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the 3rd President of the United States. Lettering "In God We Trust," Liberty and the date. Surface and device elements are well preserved, even though numerous contact marks are noted. No wear evident on higher points. Surface is lustrous. On the reverse, a representation of Monticello, President Thomas Jefferson Virginia home. Letterings E pluribus unum, Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America. All legends are well detailed. Device elements are also well preserved except center of Monticello, where steps are mildly worn. This side has lightly marked, almost lustrous surface. Coin is overall at extremely fine condition. According to PCGS price guide, 1975 Jefferson nickels at lowest Minstate of 60 are valued at $2. Price of MS65 66 graded ones range between $36–185. At highest mint state, that is 67 plus, this variety can be sold for $4,500. He knows that you could buy not one, but two private islands for just a penny in 2022. For purchase, you will need to have or find super rare Lincoln penny like this one. 1944S, still 1 cent, at least at mint state 65 or 66. The 1944 steel cents were of metal errors apparently created via the same mechanism as 1943 copper cents, when a smattering of a leftover blank planchets from the previous year remained in a mint tota beans or hoppers as New Year turned. This premium gem, graded at mint state 66 by PCGS, shows remarkable preservation and splendid luster throughout both sides, a coin that has clearly been well taken care of over the years. Neither side shows any mentionable contact or post-mint distractions, so this numismatic rarity ended up selling for $408,000 on August 2021 at Heritage Auctions. Now that we know the price, let's check those islands I was talking about before. First island is Gillis Island, located in Canada. It's just 30 minutes from Charlottetown. 11-acre private paradise of mixed forest with 200 feet of south-facing sandy shorefront. The island has remained largely untouched since Acadians first settled the surrounding community of Eldon in 1750. Gillis Island is ideal property for a family campsite or corporate retreat and is selling for $110,000. Second island is Manion's Island in Europe, if more specific in Ireland, in picturesque Dunmanus Bay, West Cork. The island is within 200 meters of foreshore and just few minutes from the newly constructed pier, which is 5 minutes walking distance from Duras village. The island is approximately 60% fertile, with these areas south facing with a small sheltered cove to the east of the island. There is no house, building, structure or ruin on the island. This one is sold for little more than $290,000. Today we have Elizabeth II 20 pence from 2006. 20 pence is a British unit of currency equal to 1/5 of pound sterling, an equilateral curved heptagon with obverse featuring the profile of Queen Elizabeth II since the coin's introduction on 9 June 1982. It was struck on a copper nickel blank, weighs 5 grams, has diameter of 21.4 millis, edge is 1.7 millis thick. Overside features fourth crown portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, facing right, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. Legend around translating as Elizabeth II by the grace of God Queen, Defender of Faith. Obverse was engraved by Ian Rank Bradley. You can read his tiny initials below the head. This side is overall in pretty fine condition except numerous contact marks and hairlines. Mild wear is evident on device elements, especially on tiara. Coin has plain edge on the reverse crown Tudor rose, dividing date and face value. Denomination below. Same as on obverse, abundance of hairlines are noted. This coin can be graded as EF40, that is extremely fine by Sheldon scale. Ungraded but extremely fine specimens are sold for $7–8 on eBay. Price of uncirculated or proof 20 pences. Start from $10. Do you have a dime like this and you want to sell it? I'll tell you the easiest way in the end of this video. So this is 1967 Roosevelt dime or 10 cent with no mint mark. Made of copper nickel, weighs 2.2 grams, has diameter of 17.9 millis. Obverse exhibits sharply detailed design elements. Head of Franklin D. Roosevelt, 32nd President of United States, facing left, accompanied by the motto "In God We Trust" and the lettering "Liberty" along the northwestern edge. Tiny initials of engraver John Sinop to the left of the mint date. Overall in very fine condition, has good eye appeal. Reflectivity softened by abundance of faint hairlines all around the fields. All letterings are devoid of wear, are crisp and bold. On the reverse, an olive branch, a torch and oak branch symbolize respectively peace, liberty and victory, surrounded with a face value, and the lettering United States of America, E pluribus unum above. Only few light hairlines are noted on the reverse. Significant wear on the M of pluribus unum, and light wear on OF in the United States of America. About uncirculated Roosevelt times like these are sold for $7-8 on eBay. However, those at mint state are worth a lot more than face value. For instance, the price of dimes at mint state 66 ranges between $15-27. So how about your dime? You still want to sell it? Then enter the COİN.com. This is 1996 Washington quarter with mint mark D at about uncirculated condition. Can be graded at AU 58 state. It's made of nickel clad copper. Weighs 5.6 grams. On the verse, the portrait in the left profile of George Washington, the first president of the United States, accompanied with motto "In God We Trust" and surrounded with lettering "Liberty." Tiny mint mark D behind the hair tail of Washington. All higher points of device, including letterings, are stark and clear, show no sign of wear. Has overall excellent proof-like eye appeal. Some insignificant contact marks are evident towards the south edge. Reverse side depicts an eagle, wings spread, and standing on a shaft of arrows with two olive sprays beneath the eagle, is surrounded with the face value, the motto E pluribus unum, and the lettering United States of America. This side exhibits virtually full luster. All letterings and device elements are cut and clear. The price of 1996 D Washington quarters at above the mint state of 65 starts from $12. As for PCG's price guide, auction record was set in 2013. MS68 graded specimen ended up selling for $447 at heritage auctions. A special occasion. Hereby we present you the most exclusive and exquisite coin from our collection. 1943 bronze Lincoln penny, worth an incredible amount of money. It's at mint state of 61 by Sheldon scale. What makes this wheat reverse so valuable is the composition of a coin, that it was struck on a bronze planchet by mistake. In 1943, all three US mint branches produced hundreds of millions of Lincoln wheat cents in silver-colored zinc-coated steel. Copper was in demand in 1943 because of World War II and the need for ammunition shell casing made of pure copper. In 1943, the US Mint accidentally produced a total of 15 bronze cents, making this an extremely rare numismatic treasure. The opposite mistake was made in 1944, when the Mint accidentally produced some steel cents using leftover planchets from previous year. MS63 graded Lincoln penny from 1943 ended up selling for over $1 million to an anonymous buyer in 2018. This variety weighs 3.11 grams, made of 95% copper, 5% tin and zinc. Obverse side of this coin features Abraham Lincoln facing right, date of mintage on the right, In God We Trust motto above the Lincoln head, Liberty with almost invisible eye letter on the left. What makes this coin more special is that it represents a mint error, that it has doubled rim, which can be seen with naked eye on the south edge. Hilt didn't lose its pinky luster, only a trace of wear shows on the hair and ear of Lincoln. One significant dent near the goatee of the president is evident as well. Few subtle hints of original mint luster remain intact in selected areas. The overall presentation is very appealing, notwithstanding some insignificant hairlines. Mint date exhibits sharp striking characteristics. Hilt didn't lose its pinky luster. Only a trace of wear shows on the hair and ear of Lincoln. Few subtle hints of original mint luster remain intact in selected areas. The overall presentation is very appealing, notwithstanding some insignificant hairlines. Also, some pale carbon formation can be seen under the Liberty. On the reverse side, two wheat ears surrounding lettering. 1 cent, United States of America. We observe wearing on PLU of E pluribus unum. Overall higher points are in very fine condition. So how's this extra rare Lincoln penny? Ended up in collection of founder of COİN's YouTube channel, İsa Alhasov. Now we will do quick historic excursion together. So İsa inherited it from his father, who was good friend of Azerbaijani Soviet World War II hero, Colonel General Babayev Akim Aliyevich. General Babayev, besides his excellent military experience, was also a numismatic enthusiast, collecting old Russian coins. It was near the end of war. He was coordinating joint operation with Allied forces in Europe. He befriended with one high-ranking American officer, who also happened to be a numismatist as well. So each of them bragged about their lucky coins, and as a token of friendship, they decided to exchange their coins. General Babayev gave his colleague his lucky 2 kopeck, the other his 1943 bronze penny, which is worth hundreds of $1,000s now, but not a numismatic rarity during wartime. So İsa discovered its real value half century later, in 2011 by sheer accident, and has never revealed it publicly until this very day. About uncirculated 55 graded bronze penny from 1943 was sold for $211,500 in 2018. Also in 2018, MS61 graded, another brown piece, ended up selling for $180,000 at Heritage Auctions. Hope you're doing fine. We'll present you another Lincoln penny from our collection. 1 cent coin minted in year 2000. Bearing mint mark D, standing for Denver Mint. Made of copper-plated zinc, weighs 2.5 grams, has a diameter of 19 millis. On the verse, a portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, facing right, accompanied with the lettering Liberty and the motto In God We Trust. On the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial is surrounded with face value in full and the lettering United States of America and motto E pluribus unum. It has a smooth edge with thickness of 1.3 millis. On verse side exhibits stock of carbon on the south and on the east, above the date, and also some fading on the chin of the president is evident. But higher points show no wear. Coin didn't lose its luster. On the reverse, tiny carbon dots scattered around, mainly on Lincoln Memorial here and there. All letterings are crisp and clear. This one can be graded extremely fine state by Sheldon scale. According to PCGS price guide, 2000D Lincoln pennies at grade lower than 63 mint state are worth $4 tops. But as ever, unique mint errors, including double die elements, can significantly change the price. Hope you are doing great. In today's video we will be looking at another Elizabeth II coin from our collection. So real quick, if you're first time in our channel, please subscribe to COİN. Show some support. Here's 50 pence Elizabeth II from 1997. Standard circulation coin made of copper nickel composition. On the verse, third crown portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, facing right, wearing the George IV's state diadem. Legend around Elizabeth II by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. As you see, considerable wear has flattened most of the device. Surrounding letterings are readable though. To be honest, this one is not that well preserved, has too many hairlines and contact marks. It has curved heptagon shape and flat edge. On the reverse, a figure of Britannia seated beside a lion, with the shield resting against her right side, holding a trident in her right hand, an olive branch in her left. denomination below, and in written above. Those at higher grades extremely final, about uncirculated. He knows that 1922 Lincoln penny was missing mint mark, and strong reverse is more expensive than 2021 Ford Escape. Now I'll explain why. This is a remarkably vivid and well-preserved example of an eagerly sought Lincoln cent variety. Both sides retain an uncommon amount of original mint color for 1922 no-D cent. A variety that when offered in mint state at all, always seen with fully toned surfaces. Here on the other hand we note plenty of bold, vivid pinkish-orange color that blends nicely with light toning in iridescent lilac brown. Typically, for the die pairing, sharp striking detail on the reverse combined with uncommonly bold definition throughout the obverse. Faint carbon spots in the obverse field are all that preclude an even higher numeric grade. A fantastic condition rarity for 1922. No D-cent is sure to sell for a strong premium. The most desirable of three die pairs known for 1922 no D-cent, die pair 2 is missing the mint mark due to overzealous polishing of the obverse die. This was done in a mint to efface clash marks, the polishing inadvertently removing the mint mark and the softening the detail to all other devices on obverse. The reverse die is fresh one, however, which explains the much sharper reverse definition that characterizes examples of this die pair. So this extraordinary Lincoln penny was sold for $31,200 on November 2021 at Stacks & Bowers. On the February, the Queen Elizabeth II will be the first British monarch to celebrate a Platinum Jubilee, 70 years on the throne. In December, the Royal Mint unveiled a new set of coins to honor the occasion. Recently, they added two more new coins featuring a new portrait of Queen on a horse. The verses of the 50 pence and £5 coins were designed by artist John Berdal. Set of coins includes £2 coins celebrating the life and legacy of Dame Vera Lynn by the Royal Mint coin design. £50 coin celebrating the Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games by Natasha Priest. £2 coin celebrating life and legacy of Alexander Graham Bell by Henry Gray. £5 coin celebrating the Platinum Jubilee of Her Majesty the Queen by John Berdal. 50 pence coin celebrating the Platinum Jubilee of Her Majesty the Queen by Osborne Ross.
We have been proud to celebrate many years of royal celebrations here at the Royal Mint, but this year it is particularly a time to celebrate because the Queen reaches 70 years on the throne and our annual set is primed for that celebration. We're going to launch a 50p, the first celebration of royalty on a 50p to mark that moment, a moment in history, you may say.
The Royal Mint, located 20 kilometers north of Cardiff in Wales, has dedicated production of line or commemorative coins. One by one, employees make the coins with a press. It applies 160-250 tons of pressure onto each coin. Employees make between 70 and 100 coins per day. Before entering bulk production, a die trial piece is a coin-like piece that the team created when testing and developing new coins. Right after being pressed, the newly formed coin is visually inspected by employees, as well as an electronic device. The coins are put into a tray, where photos of heads and tails are taken and analyzed. This coin, for example, did not pass the test. The NG letter in the upper right of the screen stand for no good. A very small amount of dust or slight misalignment between the blank and the ring can cause minor defects that the factory doesn't tolerate. It will later be put on a red tray and eventually recycled for another attempt.
So once we first look at the coin brief, the design brief, we'll look at the artists we have and decide which would be the best to take part. From that then we can normally work with about 3 per theme. We can increase that, sometimes there's 5, 6, and sometimes there's a much wider competition when we design the coins. From that then we'd expect normally about 3 to 5 entries from each artist, and we'll look at those designs. Those designs will then be put forward to the Royal Mint Advisory Committee.
The set made of base metals is sold for £30 on the Royal Mint website. Other limited editions of set using precious metals such as gold and silver are for sale for up to £9,895. Today we have very rare Jefferson nickel from 1938. This 5 cent is characterized by quadrupled obverse lettering, clearly visible upon study with a loupe. The 1938 is by itself a condition rarity in superb gem full steps, and the present coin ranked as the only so graded FS1105 representative. This is a truly impressive coin, fully struck and almost perfectly preserved. Monticello and the portrait are devoid of the obscene debris marks, and the luminous surfaces yield soft lavender blue and champagne hues. The steps are wavy but are complete. So this gem was sold for $2,702.50 on January 7, 2016. If you have such Jefferson nickels with double or quadruple die obverse, you can sell it on our website, thecoinas.com. This is bronzed 1 cent Lincoln Memorial cent, minted in 1980 from our collection. Bears no mint mark. Overall in extremely fine condition except some scattered carbon near the northeastern edge of obverse. Obverse side portrays a portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, facing right, lettering Liberty on the left and motto In God We Trust, and date of mintage, that is 1980. It has smooth edge. On the reverse, Lincoln Memorial surrounded with a face value in full. In this specimen, small patina is evident on the center of memorial. These varieties were in circulation until 1982 in US. Made of 95% copper, 5% zinc and tin. Weighs 3.11 grams. Those that about uncirculated or extremely fine grade are sold between $3 to $5 on eBay. Price of MS68 or fruit grade pennies start from $33–$35. In this episode I'd like to present you 3 euro coins with denomination of 2 at different preservation conditions, minted in different EU states. Before getting into details, you can make us happy by hitting subscribe button down below if you're first time on our channel. This is the first map 2 euro coin, minted in Germany in 2002. The very first year this coin went to standard circulation. Weight is 8.5 grams, diameter 25.7 millis. Bimetallic composition, comes with nickel center in copper nickel ring. Obverse features the eagle, the traditional symbol of German sovereignty, surrounded with the 12 stars of Europe. On the reverse, map of Western Europe, next to the face value, 2 euro. It has beautiful reeded edge with infused lettering, Einigkeit und Recht und Freiheit, which means unity, justice and freedom. This piece has overall good eye appeal, no major contact marks or carbons observed, either on obverse or reverse. Just few hairlines, can be graded as VF25, that's very fine by Sheldon scale. The price of this type, especially ungraded ones, are sold between $3 to $15 on eBay. Next comes 2 euro coin, dated 2002, minted in Austria. Austria chose to produce a series coins illustrating flowers, architecture and famous people from its history. The designs were chosen by national panel and public opinion poll. Austrian artist Joseph Kaiser created the designs. The coin bears the portrait of the pacifist Bertha von Suttner, a symbol of Austria's effort over many decades to support peace. It has lettered edge as well, 4 times the sequence of text 2 euro. Is of bimetallic compositions at copper nickel ring, nickel center. Weight is 8.5 grams. EF40 or 45 graded Austrian 2 euro coins from 2002 are sold for $10 on eBay. Those with mint error, for instance with missing embossing, misstamping, are sold for over $1,000. As the last one, 2015 2 euro coin minted in France with the commemorative obverse featuring a dove. The dove is carrying an olive branch, a symbol of peace, whose branches have been replaced by 12 stars of European flag. The 28 countries of the European Union are represented by ISO code for each country. The letters RRF, Republique Française, are at the bottom of the coin. The mint marks are on the left-hand side and the year 2015 on the right. The coin's outer ring bears 12 stars of the European Union. This piece is in extremely fine condition, exhibit no significant abrasions in either side. The price of 2002 Dove euro coin at average state starts from $3 on eBay. That's all for today.
How is it going, guys? This episode features 3 awesome Jefferson nickels from our collection. Quick reminder, if you're first time on our channel, you can make us happy by pressing the subscribe button down below.